Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have a vowel heavy rack and I'm not seeing a 7. Is there a 5 vowel 8 through the right floater? Okay, opponent opens with razor. The R's don't really seem to help the rack, and the Z neither. So, what to do? I'd like to get rid of the U, so maybe a play of Roo. For 23. What are the other options? I was looking at AUA, but that doesn't work. AUE does. For 20. It's a better rack leave. I might go with this. Now, I have created a bit of a hotspot under the ZA for a P. Now I've got some scoring tiles of my own. Nothing that I have goes above OU. That would be a neat little dual direction play. I do have job for 26, which sorts the rack out. Don't seem to see a bingo here. I have Jawar on my rack. I'd like to get rid of the J as quickly as possible because it does hinder prospects for bingoing. My W and B play under. Okay, opponent's played there now. Has he created a hotspot? Well, he has. I mean, the 4-timer would be the best score through the E, short of a bingo. I'm not seeing a bingo with the E. Okay, no 4-timers leaping out at me. I have jawed, which does score quite well and sorts the rack out somewhat. Or I have Dow for 29, keeping the J. Jowed. Yeah, jowed for 32. I've drawn a blank here, so some good flexibility, but the rest of the rack pretty ropey. B, M and V don't go well together. And it's going to be tricky to get rid of all of them. Brava is good, I believe, for 29. Bravi is good onto an I. No I's available. The spot pretty hot for 5s or 6s with a heavier tile on the double letter. Okay, opponents played down the left there. Now, I think just looking if this gives me any bingo, the U, unlikely. I think I will go with Brava 29. A little bit better, I guess, but still the W to consider. I have the men component and the woman component of a word. Opponent does bingo, so he's ahead now. Wolfman. Wolfman does play quite nicely here, but it's not a word. What about not seeing a 7? Okay, what to do here? Maybe just Mo. I know it takes... I've got nothing for going after the ZA. I'm thinking of Mo here. Does take an N as well as the S, but yeah, I think I'll go with this. It also creates a bingo lane, emu and amu. Okay. Alkaline through an L or an I. None of those available. Alkane. No. Q and car. Oh no, Q's not good. Alkane. Why does that look familiar? And what about able words like bankable? That should be fine. For 78. Okay, I've drawn the Q. Not something I really wanted at this stage, but I do have an I guess. I've got Sank on my rack, CINQ. Not immediately seeing a great spot for that. This hot spot at H1 down, I think that'll be snapped up. Oh, it doesn't get snapped up, so maybe I've got Chang, but Chang for 36. Is there a way of getting my CH to play here? Or even GH? It's more likely going to be CH. No, not seeing it. Any Q spots? No, not seeing it. I'll go with Chang. Not a great pickup, but I guess I have Chin for face value under the B. I thought I'd get something better with the Q, like a cat play or something. Mind you, cat doesn't even play well on this board. Veggies, no front hooks, and no parallel plays. So that corner pretty much dead. Although if I was to draw a D, I'd have caddy. Okay, opponent scores well with just UP. I might go with dumping the Q. It's a shame not to score well. I mean, I could play Sank for 15. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Almost have tsetsis. Not quite. TVs would be good. No. Not Aurea. Okay, opponents going for tile turnover. Now I have Q and TE. It does take out quite a decent hotspot because few and far, hue and ha. So I'll definitely limit the danger, and I get rid of one of each set of triplicates. Is estated? No, not quite. Oh, actually, I think I do have it. And reunited. Estated, that's great. Reunitee, no, that's not a thing. Toyo scores quite well, 28 points. So opponent's in the lead. Is there an anagram of estated? Sedate. Attested. Jowd kills this lane. Otherwise, attested would have been a nice play. What about through the E? Since I'm not getting the word doubled, I'd like to... Okay, estated it is. I draw the X, but not many vowels to work with, which is a bit worrying as we go into the end game. Opponent almost certainly going to take this triple word square, so I'll focus my attention elsewhere, maybe through these vowels. Not seeing anything great there. Yeah, he scores well there. Now XED is good, and ox, but that leaves me with literally no vowels. Is that something I want to do? That's a 36-point play. It doesn't give anything back to opponent because he doesn't have a vowel for going above XED. Is there a better scoring spot? Opponent's definitely not going out. What about a play of... Well, I don't have a vowel for going above the T, but I have an S. So I have dosh. That scores quite well, 34. Even SH is decent there. If I use my O, I've still got SH later. Interesting, just 9 points between us. Just looking if my opponent has a good score. He's got Paya and I think Silp or Gilp. I might actually take the spot out. Okay, I need to make a decision here. I don't think this is the best scoring spot for my opponent. Does this give my opponent anything? Well, he's got shoe, piss, P-I, peas. I don't think he has a great scoring spot here. He can put his S, and yeah, he can't play across the top. I'm taking this out. Great, I draw an I, which helps. So I've got the E for going above. I don't have the E. I've got the I, XI at a minimum. Doxy, no good. With an I. Okay, he's played there now. Fish and fox. He can't extend fox. It's ox lips, not fox lips. So I might play fox here. He's trying to go for... Yeah, I'll go for fox here. Fox for 31. And then... Well, he'll go out probably somewhere with spill. Or pills. Maybe not. I've got... can I get rid of my F? Well, I've got XI and if, but I'd like to get rid of the F and the G, or the F and the D in one hit. I can play def. Yeah, def looks best because it gets rid of two of the slightly heavier tiles. Fin and 4. No. I have 1 minute 20 on my clock. Opponent's got a little less, a little more. I think that X at the end was quite useful when the scores were so close. Fidge is good. On to an E. No E available. Opponent's played ill. Now I've got if and fed. What does that score? 20. Minus 4. Not minus 4, minus 8, because it's double. And that's 14 minus 6, which is 8, yeah. 20. I think I'll go for the 20 score. I've got fid here. Opponent can probably go out in a number of spots with PS. PSI is good. See, pose and bravas. Wow, he's trying a nifty one. 16, this looks okay. The other one was 20, but minus 8, which is 12. 16 minus 4 is also 12. Yeah, I'll go with this. Fid. And opponent, yeah, I thought he'd go out there. Wasn't really any point trying to block it, because I don't think I could have. So 362 to opponent, 395 to me. Thank my opponent for the game. Let's see what we missed. Opening rack, Bizarro. Wow. Bizarro, that's sounds decidedly Italian. Opponent went with Razor, and then I've got AUE, which sims pretty much the same as the top play, so happy with keeping it tight. Big Wine, 65, making the blank a G, playing under RE there. So that was the only bingo. Opponent went with Bind. Jowd for 32 does seem best, or Jawed. I preferred keeping ABR. Now, Electrum. Wow, nice play through the R. Electrum making the blank an L. And Abram or Brava. Now Abram scored 40 points at L4. Abram. Okay, it's a 5 I haven't really come across. It only vaguely looks familiar, but that was obviously the top play. Abram. I went with Brava, second best, and then Retunes, Reunite, Retuned, Beer Nut, Tarines. A few options there. Opponent went with Reunite. Now I was expecting to see some bingo here, perhaps through the E, but nothing on offer. Mo for 28 seems pretty decent. Moan at C12. Nah, I don't like it. MOWN, leaving an N out there. I thought if I play Mo, at least I've got the N for hooking on later. But opponent now with this rack, close to a bingo, but the YU scuppering his chances a bit. He went with Yen and Alcanet and Alcanes. So Alcanes I did spot on my rack, and I could have played it under Reunites. Oh, but it also played at N5. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. alkanes. So after identifying the word, I didn't think to put it down. Anyway, I went for an inferior bingo of bankable, but alkanet and alkanes both played beautifully alongside reunite. And then opponents got spavy for 45 through the A. It's also a bit of an obscure word. Chang for 36 was best from this rack. And then purer. So that was 14J. Making reuniter. Reuniter. Purer for 35. Opponent goes with cup. Rebitten for 33. Not a bingo, but scored well. Extending reb down to the trip. Rebitten. Sank got rid of the Q, so I was happy about that because it didn't look like a great board for the Q, so no need to hang on to it. Rory for 23 or Aurea for 20 seems acceptable. Tenet for 15. Now TE, as I mentioned previously, I thought was a handy play because scores were pretty close. And there was some scoring potential with a YA or YO or H or F. Almost all the heavy tiles played nicely there for about 35 points. So I thought I'd take that out and balance the rack a little bit with TE. Toyo for 28 seems fine. And then as stated was the only bingo there, so that was we were very close. I mean, I don't know if without the bingo there would still be a chance, I guess, but maximizing the tile turnover also gave me a good chance of picking up the X, which I did. Opponent Cyaloid, he had for 90. Look at this. Wow. Is that oh no, it's 15D. It's from here. Cyaloid. Beautiful. 90-point play. That would have sealed the win for opponent. Tricky to spot. Cyaloid. Lovely. He goes with Adoy, and then Ox I did identify as being the top scoring play, but I just thought, yeah, getting rid of this hotspot represented about a 30-something point play, I think. And I wouldn't have had much comeback play after that, so I thought mitigate the danger, take it out, which I did to some extent, to a large extent I'd say. Lips for 29 at 3A. Oh, actually, that was quite a strong comeback. That would have, mind you, 344, and then I'm 4 ahead. He could have maybe won it that way, because he would have gone out with ill somewhere. Perhaps. That would have been interesting. Nilla, and I don't think Nilla is good. But lips, interesting. Foo, I didn't contemplate that. I was just thinking of shoe. But I think I would have had some kind of play with my Fs at the end there. He goes with Li. Oh, but I still had the X at that stage, so I could have got a 30-something point play. But if he goes out first, then he catches me with all the count back. So lips might have been a winning play. Anyway, Fox for 31, just to take out that. I wasn't sure about Pish. I thought Pills and Pish might win it, so I thought I'd block that. Pose and yeah, that was a good score. And then, at that stage he could have already played Pose, but he was maximizing his 2 play out in terms of score. So Fid for 16, If for 20. Yeah. 20 minus 8 is 12, because that's the count back value. And 16 minus 4 is also 12, so same difference. And I played Fid, Pose, and that was the end of the game. So yeah, 1 or 2 misses there. Alkanes would have been great. I should have looked around the board for a spot, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.